Hello everyone, my name is Muskan. I am a legal intern at Lux Click and Company. So today's topic of discussion is empowering and unborn a legal status of fetus. So let's proceed with our topic. First is introduction. The debate relating giving legal status to a fetus equivalent that to a living human being is being highlighted by several activists and the stalwarts of the international community for quite long. The right to life is the most basic human right and the maximal of the human living population enjoys it. The Indian Constitution also pledged to safeguard its citizens by entrusting them with the right to life. Under Article 21 of the Indian Constitution, through the right to life is a recognized right. It is federal rights advocated by people of the society. In general, practice of fetus is treated as a part of women's treated as a part of women's form, and so the right of fetus gets overshadowed by the already inclined rights of a woman. Such status indulges and encourages lethal abortion practice, especially in socially backward countries and communities. There was a time when practicing illegal abortions was a recognized practice used extensively by almost everyone. It was because of the lack of sex education or the prevalent patriarchal society and its members who considered the girl child as a burden. On the other side, such practice used to take place against the will of the mother, only to keep up with the social pressure. This only highlights exploitation of the power granted to women, molded to their own service as a way of committing as a social evil, ignoring the innocent life of an unborn who never got the opportunity to witness to feel the reality of life. This paper tries to identify and justify the reason of an unborn deserve the protection of the law. This paper will also discuss in detail how medical science treats a fetus as wrongfully expressed by infamous American activist and author Aldaveda. Seeking life is a civil right, abortion is a civil wrong. The development of a baby inside the mother's womb happens in 3 stages called trimesters. Each trimester lasts for about 12 weeks and traditionally a pregnancy is a 9-month process. It's only after the 8th week of pregnancy the embryo turns into a fetus, and in the 9th week of pregnancy the arms, hands, fingers, feet and toes start developing. It's the 13th week when the heartbeat of the fetus becomes audible, which indicates that it's the 13th week when the heart of the baby develops. Heartbeat is one of the most essential for declaring someone dead, so it is for both. We can state that the heart is the life and the death of a person, so is the brain, as it plays a substantial role in determining the existence of the death. In conclusion, it's in the first month of pregnancy when the baby starts taking the shape of a living person, partially with the inception of the brain, which is marked as the foundation giving the unborn with the life. But it's only in and after the 13th week of pregnancy when the fetus wholly with the pattern of the heartbeat grows to become a person stable, vested with rights and protected by a law. The woman who causes herself to miscarry is within the section of 4. This particular section is the paramount legislation which displays intention for treating an unborn at part with any living human body by punishing the intentional life taker of an unborn with imprisonment up to 3 years or with fine. But such legislation is subject to restriction and in exceptional case where the miscarriage is caused for the purpose of saving the life of the mother, it will not give rise to any criminal liability. Section 1 of Hindu Succession Act, the right of child in womb. A child who was in womb at the time of death of an intestate and who is subsequently born alive shall have the same right to inherit to the intestate as if he or she had been born before the death of the intestate, and the inheritance shall be deemed to vest in such a case with effect from the date of the death of the intestate. The laws protecting an unborn are similar to that of the laws in India. Moreover, the courts in America are more inclined and friendly to mothers. So that's all for today. If you like my video, do like, comment and subscribe the Let's Click YouTube channel. Thank you.